So I coached the driver to be more than 3 seconds faster than he already is.
Alright, so I'm gonna want you to go out on track, just drive, and I'm gonna spectate you, and just get an idea of how you drive.
Okay.
So just do 5 laps, I'm just gonna spectate you.
So first of all, mad apologies for the mic quality, I just don't have a good mic. And secondly, this is a procedure I followed with this driver because I have watched him drive for 5 laps and this was exactly these issues. I pinpoint them and address them. Now here's the thing, I'll give you 2 choices. You can be one, a loser and like click off the video and like, you know, not take any of the knowledge I'm gonna give, or actually sit with the video and watch it and apply the knowledge I give to this driver, which could make you an esports level driver, by the way. This is some of the most genuine knowledge I have given out to any person. And this is coming from an esports driver myself. So if you want coaching, just text me coach on Instagram and I'll reply to you. All the relevant information will be in the description of this video and you can just follow this video if you don't want to get coached.
Yeah, okay, that's enough, perfect. So, you have, if I'm correct, you have the driving line assist and the brake indicators, right?
So I'm not using the driving line, I'm using the brake indicators.
Yeah, the brake indicator. So I'm gonna want you to turn it off.
Turn it off?
Sure. You're gonna find it hard, but trust me, it slows you down. So at the beginning you'll find it a little bit hard to drive, but it does slow you down. So the first step is for you to learn how to drive without it.
Okay, I've turned that off now.
Yeah. Okay, so the lap you just set, which tire compound was it?
On soft.
Alright, soft, perfect. So, if I'm correct, can you come out of the pits?
Now I made him turn off all the assists and also made him follow me and I taught him where the general lines are, where the braking points are, this and that.
Yeah, so turn off all assists, only keep ABS on. That's the only assist you need. And try to do what I told you.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just not too sure how fast it'll be with these new assist off. So.
Yeah. Again, you're gonna have to get used to it. It's a bit of a learning curve. But once you get it down, you're gonna be, I think, 1-2 seconds faster a lap.
Now again, you have the camera view from both my and his view and you can see me, I'm chasing him behind just to get an evaluation of his lines and what he's doing.
I'll try not to be too fast so you could easily follow.
I also let him sit behind me and watch me take the lines and learn from me because it's the best learning perspective. And that's why I have him sat behind me. I want him to learn what I'm doing and to get it in his mind.
Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, a bit of a mistake here.
I've noticed that.
I'm gonna slow down a bit for you.
Than what I used to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna slow down so you get more of an idea what to do here.
And there you say it, he's made a mistake and spun.
Yeah.
Which gear did you do that corner? Which gear did you do that corner?
I accidentally went down to first. I should have stayed in second.
Exactly. The thing with Gran Turismo, a lot of the corners, on the entrance, on the entry to the corner, you do it, for example, second, third. On the exit, you switch up. You switch the gears up so you get more, better, smoother power.
And yeah, basically what I meant is by going through a corner, let's say you're going in third gear, yeah? You enter the corner in third gear, and as you exit, you switch up. And here's an example. You can see me going through the corner in second as I get the rotation, and once I get on the power, I upshift to get more smooth power. And in Gran Turismo, it doesn't slow you down, but in other racing titles, if you do it too aggressively, it will slow you down. So once again, I have him sat behind me following my lines. I tried not to be too fast, but he was not following well. So I had to brake here and there just to make sure he stays with me.
You know, this is just a general line you want to follow. Nothing too different from this. Aside from going off the track.
And then I explained to him that he should avoid all the rubble on the track.
Which part is the mobile bit again?
No, it's not marble, it's called rubble. You know, the tiny black dots you see on the track? It slows you down, you should avoid it. Yeah, you can see it pretty much every corner.
Yeah, no, I can see that now.
Yeah. In this corner, you could stay in third, by the way, but you have to be very good with the trial braking. Ah, see, you're already 7/10 faster. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's more difficult, but I think a few hours of playing, getting used to these new settings.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You're already faster, so that's progress immediately.
Now, just to clarify, when I meant faster, I didn't mean he's faster than his benchmark or
Good
all-time best.
utilization.
I meant that he's faster in this specific session on the settings I put him on. Now that he's getting the braking points down and getting the lines down, it's time for trial braking.
All right, your trial braking is not smooth. You need to work on it.
Yeah, with that one, I only started implementing my trail braking yesterday, so I've got quite a bit of work there.
I actually do have a video about it that you could watch, which will help you with the trial braking and generally how to come up with lines.
Now you can find a link to this video in the description, but in the same time I will also link it in a card which you will see on the top of the screen somewhere. Again, if you want to improve your lines, you could watch it to get a better understanding of how the lines work, this and that. And now as he comes to set another fastest lap, you can see he's improved a lot compared to the previous lap.
Wow,
See,
that is
you're-
actually much faster than my best.
Exactly. Already you made up. Already you made up 4 seconds. That's really good.
Yeah, in my daily race A, my best was a 30.5.
30.5. So if I'm correct, you are
That's
a
almost
second faster. Almost a second faster.
Now again, a
And you're
small
still
issue is
improving.
this lobby did not have balance of performance, which means the Porsche could be faster or slower. I don't really know how it affects it. But compared to the start of this session, his driving style is improving and he is driving faster.
Yeah. Okay. So again, so we got the lines out of the way. What you need to work on right now is your trial braking and throttle inputs. Okay. So a good thing to do. I'm not saying it's the best thing to do, but if you sense your wheels they are slipping, you could upshift immediately so that your slipping doesn't happen anymore. But if you do it too much, you will lock the engine and lose a lot of speed. So
Yeah,
a good
I
way,
think-
yeah, a good way to tell if you're like slipping or what's happening with the wheels, is if you go to settings, and then you go to the audio settings,
Sure.
you will see the tire sounds. Just raise that, and you should hear the tires more. And then from there, you could hear what's happening with the tires, so that's a way to sense if you are slipping or not.
So when I'm on balanced BGM, should I go down to which one?
No, you should go to tire sounds.
Tire sounds, oh there, I found it.
Yeah, just, put it at a level where you think is comfortable for you. The higher, the more aware of what the tires you have. Yeah, I mean, the more aware of the tires, You know if the tires are slipping, what are they doing?
Yeah, so I've put it now just at 5. I'll go
Yeah, I
out
have
and
it at
see
5
how
as
that
well.
one-
From there, you should be able to hear what's going on with the tires, so you will know if you're slipping, and you could predict if you will spin out way before you actually spin out.
Okay. Let me try that now, yeah.
Yeah, just, keep your ear out, make sure you hear what's going on with the tires.
So this tip is used by all pros. They use it to substitute for the lack of G-force, which gives them a better understanding of how the car is behaving on a track. Again, not only this will save you from spinning out this and that, it will help you be actually faster. As you understand the car, you understand the limit more, and it will help you get closer to the limit. And as you can see, as the driver is heading into the corner, you can hear the tires squeeze more, which gives you, again, better of an understanding of what the car is doing, how the model is behaving. Which, again, just gives that better insight into what the car is going in terms of direction.
Can you stop the car? Can you stop the car? Right, so you have a big issue with the trial braking. So what you're doing, you're hopping on the brakes and then off and then on the brakes again and then off. It should all be one smooth input.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah, if you go on the brakes
Understand.
on and off, you will upset the car's balance, which will lead you to spin.
Okay, that's what happened, okay.
So real quick, I will just give a car balance class so you can know so you can understand what I'm trying to give to the driver I'm coaching. So basically, yeah, so when you're braking the car, the front wheel gets pushed down to the ground as you're braking. The forces all push the weight to the forwards to this part of the car, and the weight has to go somewhere, and the wheel is the force acting on the ground to slow it down. So all the weight goes to the front wheel, and it's basically on this contact point. So the rear, it gets lighter, or it starts to tip forward, or want to tip to forward, which means the rear feels lighter in you know, in like, you know, in basic sense, the rear wheel feels lighter than the front one, which means if you turn, the rear wheel will have more slipping than the front one. And the reason why you should not, you know, jab on the brakes, you know, the brakes should be like, you know, one constant input and then it just goes down, down, down. What he's doing is he's going like that, up and down, up and down, up and down. This, it upsets the car balance because, you know, again, the front, the car balance is being upset. It's like, it's working back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. So, suddenly you have heavy load on the front and then you don't have the load on the front, you know, so you're loading the front and then unloading the front and then loading it again, which it just confuses the car and like upsets the balance, which will lead you to spin out in a lot of cases, understeer, and you know, it's just not a fun time. So you should go for an approach where you're on the brakes, yeah, you step hard on it and then you slowly and gradually release the brakes and be back on it. Never go up and then, you know, down, down, zigzag or whatever, that kind of shit.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So it should all be one smooth input, and you should never really put more braking pressure. If you're going down, you only release. You never, you know, punch it suddenly.
Yeah.
And that's how you make sure you go through a corner smoothly without, you know, sudden jerks or upsets in balance.
Now, as he's going into the first corner, he slightly gets too excited on throttle, and you can see he saves it.
Oh, I can hear the tires spinning so much earlier.
Exactly. It should help you tell what's gonna happen with the car.
Yeah, with that I just reacted a bit slow, but I could tell way before the car started.
Exactly, that's the point.
Oh, that just went too far.
Now that he got the foundation down, I'm gonna get into brake balance and how he should use it.
What is your brake balance?
My brake balance of
0, correct?
Just set it to the center. Yes.
Yeah, 0. So here's the thing. The brake balance especially is very dependent on driving style. So me personally, I like a car that when I start to lose the brakes or start to lock the wheels, the rear brakes lock before the front ones. That's why I have the brake balance on 2 or more bias to the rear. What that allows me to do is if I begin to feel the car to lock, I will get extra rotation. So I could use that strategically where I partially lock the brakes. So I can get that extra rotation going into the corner and then power out of it. So again, every driving style is different, but here's what I do. So I want you to find your driving style and find where the brake bias fits into this, because if you find yourself understeering a lot, I suggest, you know, you put the brake bias 1 or 2. And then from there you're gonna realize once you start trial braking, the car will start, you know, sliding a bit more, getting more rotation. So I'm gonna give you a small exercise. I'm gonna make you put the brake bias on 5, so all the way to the rear.
All the way, okay, I've put it all the way.
Okay, so, and I'm gonna want you, when you're going to the corner, I'm gonna want you to purposefully brake where you oversteer and, you know, spin out.
Okay. Do you want me to just completely spin out or try and catch myself and continue?
You could try to catch yourself or spin out, but the main point is I want you to activate that, what I like to call it the rudder move. Or like, you know, the rudder maneuver, because when you click the rudder on a plane, it does the same as what you do, you know, it tilts the rear to the direction you want to go.
Okay. So, yeah, on 5.
Yeah, on 5. And I want you to purposefully get that oversteer into the entry. Try to do that to the brakes. See? You feel it.
Surprisingly, that went smooth, but yeah, I felt that.
Exactly, so...
cornered much tighter.
Exactly, so that's the point. Every driving style is different, so I want you to find... What you need to do is you need to find the balance of what's perfect for you. I just basically taught you how the brake bias works. Exactly, I want you to purposefully oversteer into the entry. Try to spin. And I'm just gonna tell you real quick, you're not gonna spin the car if you go all the way on the brakes. You're gonna have to trial brake to feel that spin.
Okay. Let's see.
Perfect, perfect. You feel it, right?
Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, if
Now-
you almost lock on the brakes, it doesn't go as much.
Exactly. Now, what this is doing is it's giving you the knowledge of how braking affects the car, especially the brake bias. And it gives you how you could rotate the car with the brakes. It gives you like insight on how you could rotate the car with the brakes.
Yeah, so also the mistake I was making, I used to put it towards the negative numbers, because I thought that would actually make it corner a bit harder.
Negative numbers, yeah. You thought it would, if you put it in the front, you know, you would brake, the brakes would brake
more
harder,
traction.
yeah? Exactly. No, that's
Yeah.
not how it works, because, you know, there is a finite balance.
Yeah,
So, again, you know, most drivers like it to the rear. Because, again, you get that extra rotation going into the corner. So, me personally, on this car, I have it on 2. But you, I think if you put it on 1, should be more than enough for you. Again, 5 is way too extreme and will slow you down.
Yeah, so I've got it on 2.
Yeah.
I think let me try that.
Yeah, see how you feel. If you feel like you're understeering too much, you could put it on to 3, and if you feel like you're oversteering too much, you could switch it to 1. So how does that feel?
That's cornering much tighter. I feel like I can carry more speed.
Exactly,
into
that's the
that
point.
corner.
That's the point of trial braking and brake bias.
I'm not sure if it's then just me also missing my markers, but it feels like the car stops as well much faster.
No, exactly. The car does not
Especially
stop
in
much
this car.
faster. You can carry more speed into the corner, making so which allows you to brake a little later.
Oh, wow, I can feel that so much in
Exactly.
that corner I just went through.
Exactly. It's not that the car stops faster, it's that you can go through the corner faster.
And I just missed my brake.
That's completely fine, you know, it's just a practice, it's not a championship. I think that's everything I have to teach you for now. Of course, we could get into more advanced topics, but I just basically laid you on the foundation. And that's all you need to know.
I think the brake one has helped me a lot. So I think practicing a bit without the indicators, and finding, I think 2 or 3 between there for the brake balance. I need to play a bit around and find
Exactly.
that.
Well, exactly. So for what you need to do now is you don't need me anymore. I gave you the foundation. I gave you the right course. I sent you the link to the video, which teaches you how to deal with, you know, specific types of corners. And
Oh,
I
yes,
gave
I've
you
received
insight.
video.
Exactly. I gave you insight on trial braking, the lines, this and that. So now you should theoretically be as fast as me or even faster. But it all goes down to practice, experience, this and that, and a lot of stuff. So.
Wait, could you do a quick, like a sprint lap?
Me?
to-
You want me to drive?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to spectate you.
Yeah, sure. I'll just reset the car since my tires are really cold.
Sure.
Right.
So I'll just see some of the lines from this view as well.
Alright, perfect. Too wide there.
So as he requested, I went on an all-out lap where I tried to extract as much speed out of the car as possible. And you can see me over-revving the engine a lot, which in Gran Turismo helps you slow down even faster, and is strategically used by all drivers in the esports series. So I won't be talking much, I will leave you to it and you can watch my lines and just enjoy, you know?